The room went quiet the moment she tapped the microphone. Not the respectful kind of quiet, but the uneasy kind, the kind that comes when people sense something is about to go wrong but don't yet know how bad it will be. If you've ever witnessed a moment you couldn't look away from, even though your heart told you to, stay with this story until the very end, because what happened next changed every life in that room forever. The company's annual Christmas gala was supposed to be a celebration. Crystal chandeliers hung above polished marble floors, and executives in tailored suits laughed a little too loudly as waiters floated by with silver trays. This was the night bonuses were announced, promotions hinted at, and reputations quietly measured. At the center of it all stood Veronica Hale, the CEO. Brilliant, ruthless, admired, and feared in equal measure. She had built the company from nothing, and everyone knew she demanded perfection from everyone, except herself. Near the back of the ballroom, almost invisible, stood Daniel, the janitor. Middle-aged, soft-spoken, wearing a borrowed suit that didn't quite fit. He wasn't supposed to be there. But when a spill had happened just minutes before the speeches, security waved him in to clean it quickly. He did his job silently, as he always did. No one ever noticed him. Or so he thought. Veronica noticed. As she scanned the room, her eyes landed on Daniel, still holding his mop, trying to step away unnoticed. Something in her expression shifted. A smile formed, not warm, not kind. The kind that makes people uncomfortable. She cleared her throat into the microphone and laughed lightly. "Looks like we even invited the cleaning crew to our little party tonight," she said. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Some awkward, some cruel. Daniel froze. Veronica tilted her head. "Come on up here," she said. "It's Christmas. Let's have a little fun." Daniel hesitated. Every instinct told him to disappear, but security was already guiding him forward. He felt hundreds of eyes on him. His hands shook as he stepped onto the stage. "What's your name?" Veronica asked. "Daniel," he replied quietly. "Well, Daniel," she said, "since you're here, why don't you sing for us? You know, Last Christmas. It's a classic." The crowd laughed again, louder this time. Daniel swallowed. I don't sing, ma'am." "Oh, don't be shy," Veronica said, waving her hand dismissively. "It's just for fun. Or are you saying you can't?" That word, can't, hit him harder than the laughter. Daniel thought of all the times life had told him he couldn't. When his accent made people assume he was stupid. When his degrees from foreign universities were ignored. When tragedy forced him into a job far beneath his abilities just to survive. He closed his eyes. If you've ever been humiliated publicly, you know that moment, the split second where something breaks, or something awakens. Daniel took the microphone. At first, his voice was soft. Fragile. "Last Christmas, I gave you my heart." The crowd barely listened. Phones came out. Snickers followed. Veronica smirked, already bored. Then Daniel's voice changed. It grew steadier, deeper, rich with emotion. The room slowly began to quiet, not because they were told to, but because something about his voice demanded it. He finished the verse in perfect English, his pronunciation flawless. Then, without warning, he continued, in Spanish. "Navidad pasada, te di mi corazón." Whispers spread. Heads turned. Then French. "Noël dernier, je te donne mon cœur." The laughter died completely. Then German. "Letztes Weihnachten, schenkt ich dir mein Herz." People stared now. Some stood. Veronica's smile faded. Finally, Daniel sang the last verse in Arabic, his voice trembling with emotion, not fear. When he finished, the room was silent. Not a single clap. Just stunned stillness. Daniel handed the microphone back with shaking hands. "Merry Christmas," he said softly. For a moment, Veronica said nothing. She hadn't planned this. This wasn't funny anymore. This wasn't control. Then someone started clapping. Then another. Then the entire room rose to its feet. Applause thundered. Some executives wiped tears from their eyes. Others looked down in shame. Daniel stood frozen, unsure what to do. Veronica's face burned. "Where did you learn that?" she asked sharply. Daniel took a breath. "I have a doctorate in linguistics. I used to teach at a university. After my wife died, after I lost everything, this job was all I could find."